Hello YouTube and welcome diecast family. Thought today I'd take a minute and I show you how I apply my water slide decals. Now there's pretty much only 3 sellers that I've bought water slide decals from. There's one on eBay. They're usually like $5 or $6 and free shipping. And a lot of his sets come with a double set like that, so you can do 2 vehicles. This is only one set here. This is from a different seller. I'll leave his link down below for the eBay seller I use and for the website I go to. Now the website I go to, it takes like 2 to 3 weeks to get the decals in. The guy on eBay, they're usually here within like 3 days after ordering them. So, and it's free shipping and he has a ton to choose from and they work really well. But these guys are a little bit cheaper, but they're all just single sets, so you'll never get 2 vehicles out of one. If you're gonna do decals for the first time, do not order one set and expect it to go on this truck. Get 2 sets. That way when you screw one up, you're not going to be really disappointed and upset at yourself because you got a spare set to use. Because you will screw them up. I still screw them up. Now I just have I keep a container of distilled water around. That's what I dip them in. Now I've seen people cut them out with X-Acto knives and stuff like that. I do not. Yeah, that was the sound of a big pile of cars falling over. But anyways, I just use a pair of scissors. But these are really small scissors. And they're really super precise. I think I actually bought these for one of my children for school. And they may have used them all year in school. And then when they brought them home, I started using them for decals because I used them to cut something and it was super, super sharp. So I really don't want to screw this up, but you just cut right around the tire line. I try and get as close as I can so there's not a whole lot left over, but you don't want to cut into any of this white. If you cut into any of the white, you'll see it. And I thought this would be a pretty easy one to do on video because there's really only 3 decals. There's one for each side, and then there's a hood. So I'm cutting the top one first, just because I can always see the line to the left of the scissors better. So I try to favor the left side. But we'll just go right around this. Now trim the back a little. Now we just gotta cut out the front wheel well. And the more you'll do this, you'll figure out your own method and what works for you. And we're ready to dip this one. So we got it all cut out now. Now we'll dip it in the water for about 20 to 30 seconds. Bigger decal, I like to go a little longer, but as soon as it starts pulling away, that's when it's in long enough. A big decal seems to float up off of the paper easily. So, gotta find my tweezers. Should have had them ready. Alright, now these are the only tweezers I use. They sit real flat and they just grab the decal real softly. So, I actually have out this side. I get it wet because that's what sucks a decal onto the casting. Always clear coat too before I do any decals. That way I know when I do the second coat of clear coat there won't be no funny business. But see how you just slide it off? And then I've learned real quickly you don't want to move it around a whole lot. Once you slide it off, you want to try and get it where you want it. And this decal has a hole in it. So right off the rip, oh wait, no. It was just a water spot. Alright. So I've had good luck with decals, but once in a great while, you can order a decal that comes screwed up. And I've had good luck with any of the sellers I've went through where they've instantly replaced them for me. So and you just want to push it into place with the paper towel. It will pull that water out from underneath it, which really sucks it down. And because I clear coated it, it slides real easy. If you don't clear coat first and try to apply a decal, it will suck right down to the casting and it won't slide at all. Now I'm blind, so I just gotta hold it close to my face so I can make sure that I don't have no wrinkles or anything, and it's exactly where I want it. And if you ever do have to move it a little, you can reapply some more water to it. But I'm pretty happy with that now. You see how nice it went on? Now we'll do the hood. We'll cut out the hood in the same fashion. And I can tell from just a little curve on the decal here, the camera will focus right down here on the bottom right, that little curve. I'm assuming that's going to be the front. I do not have the super to go off of, but I do have the Legends tour I can get down and go off of. So let's go ahead and get that down real quick. Because the Legend tour has the same decals. So now we can look and see how it is on the hood. And yes, the curved part is on the front edge, like I assumed. So I just trimmed around it all. Now we'll dip it in the water for about 20-30 seconds. And while I wait on that, I always start by trimming out the next piece. But it's going to take me longer than 20 or 30 seconds to trim this out, so alright, now I'm going to stop trimming this and check on our hood piece. And that's enough water. It doesn't take much water to suck this down, because it's such a thin piece, it spreads out under it. This makes it quite hard on video because it has to be so far away from me. I don't like looking through the camera. After I get all these in place, I'll set this casting aside and I won't touch it for 24 hours. I'll give it 24 hours to dry. at which time they're usually pretty well stuck down to the casting. You're not going to be able to move them at that point. If you do, it's extremely difficult and you highly risk damaging it. So right now I'm happy with the position of this one. So now we can move on to the last side. And tomorrow I'll come back with micro set. And I'll put a little micro set. I don't use it on the decal. If they're a reverse printed decal where they're printed upside down, which have the best detail but they're really hard to work with, the micro set will wipe the color right off the decal. It will make it clear. If this micro set gets underneath the decal, if they're a surface, like these are on the surface, this is faced upwards, it's not a reversed. So on this one, if it gets underneath of it, it will smear it and stuff. So I only use this on top of the clear coat, because this is a clear coat over that they put over this decal so you can apply it. So I only use this stuff on curves. So I'll put a little bit up here on the windshield. It will soften that edge, and then I'll be able to curve it around real easily. I'll do that tomorrow after they set. So we'll cut out the wheel wells here. I've seen people do wheel wells differently. I've seen people just apply the decal like this, and then they use like micro set or something to, it will actually dissolve the edge away. But I use micro set very, very sparingly. Only use it on really stubborn curves and stuff. And after applying it, you cannot mess with the decal much. When I'm trimming a decal, I don't focus on the little pieces that I cut away from the decal. I just let them kind of fall wherever. I'll pick them up and clean them up later. I'm more focused on the decal, not screwing up the edge I'm cutting on. And don't get frustrated and don't give up. It takes practice. You keep getting better and better at it, so don't get discouraged and give up. I've been applying decals for 6 years now. You have to start out with buying quality decals though. There are a lot of decals out there, and a lot of them are cheap on eBay, and they're like $4 or $6 free shipping for a sheet of them. They're not worth it. Their colors aren't really clear, and I bought some golf ones, and they came out. The blue was real nice, but it didn't have the white. So the behind the golf symbol, I had to paint a white dot for the golf to show up. So I do not recommend the real cheap sheets that you can get. Thought I might have had some sitting here, but I guess I don't. And it's a mess, so I really don't want to show it, but I guess I can show it real quick. This is where I organize all my decals. Now these are really cheap, and this is makeup. Like, it's advertised as like a acrylic makeup stand or something, but they have all different ones on eBay, and they're really cheap. But I like these little drawers, and I get 8 little drawers, and then if the decals don't fit in there, then I got a big drawer. So this is actually a lot of money in decals. A lot of money in decals. Even though they're only $2.50 or $5 each, or sometimes you can get like a big sheet for $13 or something, it adds up quick. And then my tester paints fit in this perfect, but not with the price tag sticker. And then taking the price tag sticker off, I got carried away because I really like the look of it. And not only that, the tester bottles are nothing but fucking advertisements or warnings. It's all warnings on all 4 sides. There's only one little sticker that tells you the color. And thought I had one. Yep. There's one sticker that tells you the color of the testers. And it's on the barcode. Right up there. That's it. That's the only place that tells you the color on these testers. So, but then I got these big fat drawers. I don't know what I'm going to use. And then you can put stuff back here. There's storage things. So, and then that is an acrylic nail polish display. And it was like $12. And I love how it's clear. And the paints all fit on it absolutely perfectly. Perfect. So I have to order another one of them because I'm going to end up filling that one up with paint. I know it. So this video's taken a heck of a lot longer than I thought. 22 minutes. I did not wet this side. So on smaller decals, sometimes I'll put a little drop if it's real stubborn and don't want to stick. But a lot of times, I do not put water first on the smaller ones. Bigger ones I always try to. This one I just happened to forget. I carried away talking on the video. I'm just making sure everything's nicely lined up. And then we'll push it in place. Now with the little ones, you got to be really careful because you are going to move it all over the place when you push it down. There was enough water on this, I could just see water being pushed out from behind it. And there you go. I'll let it dry until tomorrow. Come back, I'll roll this one over. Do the tail light detail because I already clear coated it, so I can do the tail light detail now. And then when I clear coat it again, it will be the final clear coat. Final 2 coats of clear coat. I'm just over here making sure that all the decals are perfect before I set it down. I was able to just use water just now. and get that to roll over nicely. So long as it stays like that, I won't have to come back with the micro set tomorrow. And on this one, I can already tell I'm not going to have to use a micro set. But sometimes you got to use a micro set over top the decal to get it to sit down into a big, heavy indentation on the casting. Like with this Mustang. Use a micro set and get it to really set down in there good, because it really does soften the decal. It makes it really soft to where it will tear or mess up real easy. So it's a little defect in the casting, but I moved the TH doing it. And the good thing about coming back the next day and fine tuning it is you can really, really fine tune it into the tire wells, everything. Make sure everything's perfect before you clear coat it. Once you clear coat it, it's done. So there you go. Please make sure and hit that subscribe button and the like button. Hope this video helps some of you out. And have an awesome day.